Doo 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 doo. Oh, I love that. I just love that new beginning. That's not new at beginning. Speaking about beginnings, that's what stuck in my head. Happy New Year, everyone. And I truly am feeling blessed today. January 6th in 2026. Mm, Here's to you. I hope you have a hot cup of coffee, hot cup of tea, or whatever it is that you're drinking today to share while we're having this little video. Mm, This live stream, of course. How is everyone today in 2026? It's January 6th. First of all, last week I said it'll be next year when I see you again. And it is next year. A whole year has gone by. And I kept on saying that throughout the year. I said it probably starting in February or March. I said, boy, time is flying. And then we get to May and April, and I said, April and May, and I said, I can't believe how fast this year, week after week after week, and all of a sudden the year's done. It's like we just started 2025 and the year is done. But it is a happy new year. I want to congratulate you all for making it through the year. Yay! Oh, come on, come on. If we're here, if we're moving forward here at the start of the year when we're planning for the year, I want to congratulate you big time. Yeah, yeah, it is fantastic. So January 6th. By the way, this is National Cuddle Day. Cuddling your dogs mostly. If you have something or someone to cuddle today, it's a good day for doing that. It's also in 1838. Morse code was invented. I think Samuel Morse. If I have that first name wrong, I apologize for that. But Morse code, I learned Morse code when I was younger because both my father and my uncle were radio men in the wars, and they were using Morse code, of course. Da di da 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 di da is SOS, if I remember right. Da di, da is the long one. D is the short one. Da di da 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 di da. I learned that. I got that baked in my head. And yes, it is a celebration. Birthdays today. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson. He's 71 today. One of my very early British comedians that I really love to watch. Of course, in the early years, he'd only make sounds and never talk. He talks now in his movies and stuff like that. He's just a funny, funny guy. Anyone that can bring laughter into our lives is someone you want to be able to follow. You want to be able to listen to and go back frequently if they can bring laughter into our lives. It's very, very important. All right. Today we're talking about, of course, it's a new start. It's not the first of the year, granted. Okay. And hopefully you all had a wonderful New Year's holiday. Hopefully you got the chance to go out and enjoy yourself or be with family and friends. Over the weekend, I got a chance to be with friends. On Sunday, there was a birthday party for a friend of mine, just turning 60. And he runs one of my networking groups. And a lot of my networking friends were there. And it was just so wonderful. I see them almost every week, but it was wonderful to be there, not for the purpose of networking, but for the purpose of gathering and as friends, not as fellow business owners. And so it was really, really wonderful that we could do that. All right. So this year, if you haven't thought about it yet, and I'm not talking about resolutions, resolutions are usually about habits, usually about changing habits. I'm talking about getting focused and getting goals for yourself for the year. A lot of people don't like resolutions. My wife actually told me she doesn't like resolutions. She doesn't, you know, they don't all seem to work. Well, that's because we don't take the process to a resolution that we should take to goal settings. It's like, okay, you define what you want to resolve to do. And if you're making goals, it usually needs to be real specific. And sometimes we're not specific when we have a resolution. We want to walk more. We want to spend less. We want to do this or that. And those aren't specific. So how do we know when we're walking more? If we walk just, if we're not walking at all, and we're doing a 5 minute walk, that's walking more, right? And then after 5 minute walk, we can just give it up. Hey, I've walked more. I don't know how to do it anymore. So when you're talking about real goal setting, you're talking about specifics. I want to walk 15 minutes a day, 4 days a week. That's specific. And that you can measure easily. Okay. And then once you reach that goal, you can then say, okay, I'd like to walk half an hour a day, 4 days a week. And you can go do that more and more. You see what I mean by specifics instead of I want to walk more or I want to lose weight. By the way, I wouldn't use the word lose. I wouldn't use the word lose because when we lose something, we often go looking for it and find it. You don't want to go looking for the weight and find it. And that's what happens to most of us when we take that as a goal. Okay. I want to go down to X number of pounds. Now that's really more specific. By by February, March, April, whatever is and even more specific, it has a date applied to it. Because if we just say we want to get down to a specific weight, when is that? In a week from now or in a year from now? Okay. So you see what I mean about getting specific. And that's what we should do when we're setting our goals. And our goals give us direction. If we say we want to do this by then, we can then focus on what's it going to take to do this by then. And we can actually plan out how we're going to get to that goal and what we're going to do, what actions we're going to take. And as I always say, if you've got a goal or a resolution and you haven't started yet, start today. Start today. I often hear, oh, well, I'm going to get on that diet real soon, but not now, but not today. And tomorrow becomes not today. And the next day becomes tomorrow. But there's always a tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow. So start now with whatever you want to resolve to do. Good morning, Brenda. I got my lovely wife on here, and we're in 2026 together. We've been together for quite a few years, 44, 45 years or so. Holy mackerels. I'm not even that old, am I? Oh, goodness. Well, so I wanted to give you a few hints on goal setting. And yes, start to think what is it different? What do you want to do? What do you want to acquire? Who do you want to become this year? Do, get, or, or acquire. Do, acquire, and become. Those are the things you really should be thinking about. You know, you're probably asking, why, Kevin? Why do I need to set a goal? What do I need goals for? It's because goals and move forward. If you don't have any goals, you have nothing to look forward to. If you don't have any goals, you have nothing to look forward to. Is that right? No, 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 no. That is not something to laugh at or sneeze at. Because when we become complacent and we don't have anything to look forward to do, we stop growing inside. When plants stop growing, they die. And when we stop growing inside, our soul starts to die. How's that? So we want to keep moving forward. So let's see what we have for our Let's see what we have for our quotes today. New year, same soul, new mindset. All right, same soul. Here you are starting out with the as the same person, same soul. That's your starting point. But you have to have a new mindset to go forward. The often attributed quote from Albert Einstein is the definition of the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. Okay. That new mindset is how you're going to get those different results. Okay. So that new mindset will actually get you to do things differently. All right. I do like this. Brad Paisley, who would have thought? Tomorrow is the first blank page of a 365-page book. Write a good one. That's right. Tomorrow's the start of the year. Maybe we're in it's the seventh day of January. That's okay. Run the year. If you're just starting now with your goal, run the year all the way through till seventh day of January in 2027. That's okay. But just thinking about this. Tomorrow is a start. Today's a start if you want. Still early. It's a blank page, meaning you can fill it with whatever you want to. Don't let it get filled for you. Don't let other people write it for you. Don't let other things, other events write it for you. You write your blank page. You write on your blank page. And it's the start of your book for the rest of the year. Okay. Your present circumstances don't determine where you can go. They never do. They merely determine where you start. So we get all hooked up in what's going on in our lives and all the bad things and where it's brought us to and all that. But that's okay. Think of that as your starting point, not as the place you're continuing to keep going to. Think of it as okay. I'm down. I'm down and out. I've got all these problems, physical problems, mental problems. I've got all these relationship problems or whatever problems they are. All right. Often we see them as a snowball rolling downhill. Well, think of that snowball just stopped, and this is where you started. Okay, this is where you started, and you're going to say, Kevin, I got a snowball rolling and rolling, and I'm going to start from there. Yeah, because you don't have anywhere else to start, but you're starting there from knowing that, hey, I've been in this snowball rolling downhill. Okay, what do I gotta do to get out of it? What do I gotta do to melt it? What do I gotta do to permanently stop it and get out and get on a different path that the snowball is not rolling back at me? Okay, so that's the thing. Your present circumstances, no matter what they are, no matter how bad, okay, they're not determining where you go. You're determining where you go. Okay, that's just your starting point. All right, this is a new year, a new beginning, and things will change. It's simple. And I chose this only because it's Taylor Swift. We needed some wisdom from the famous celebrities. And so, yeah, this is a new year, a new beginning, a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. So if today doesn't work out well, you've already got tomorrow to restart and the next day to restart. Don't keep that in mind saying I can goof up every day. No, you want to try your best to restart. And when you restart this new beginning, things will change. Okay. For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. Oh, I love this. T.S. Eliot, famous author. So last year's words, and I like it because it's talking about words, right? We often don't pay attention to our language. We often don't pay attention to what we say. Oh, this always happens to me. Oh, it's never gonna work for me. We use words like that. And by the way, our subconscious mind listens to everything we say. So if you say always happens, never gonna work, it's listening and it's gonna help you get to where you're talking about. So the words, leave them. If you've been having that kind of self-talk, leave it behind. That's last year's language. Next year's words, this year's words await another voice. So start creating a voice for your words. Start creating a voice for your words. If you want, I have a course out there on affirmations telling you how to use your words in a proper way. Just let me know. You can write me. Um, it, you can DM me in LinkedIn or Facebook. Let me know that you're interested in that. It's free. There's no cost to that. So I would gladly let you know about that. All right. Next one. What the new year brings to you will depend on a great deal on what you bring to the new year. This one, this one really talks about it, responsibility. Talks about, okay, don't sit back expecting things to happen a certain way and then complain about them if you've not done anything to bring you there. Again, don't expect things to happen a certain way and then complain about them if you've not done anything to bring you there. That's right. We all have that responsibility. We all have that responsibility. If things have been going really negative for you and you find yourself buried in negative talk, complaining and this and that, start finding that positive talk. Start finding, or just, okay, find the things you can talk positively about. Sometimes it's hard for us to make up positive things about the things that have been negative, and that's okay. It's not easy. It takes practice. But if they're recognize the things that are positive and bring those out more than you're bringing out the things that are negative. All right. So it's your responsibility. Set the goals. Find out what actions you have to take to start going towards those goals and take those actions. That's your responsibility. All right. So what you bring to the new year, what you bring to the new year. Start dreaming. Start dreaming about what you want to achieve, what you want to be, who you want to be. New year, same soul, new mindset. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I had that twice. It must be super, super important then. Um, Same soul, new mindset. Start to change that. If you didn't like 2025, start to change that mindset now. And your mindset will start to change your actions. So you're not doing the same things that you were doing in 2025. And you can get different results, newer results, better results. So if you haven't been doing this before, start to change now. Start to think differently now. Write down what you want to get accomplished. Write down what you want to do, what you want to acquire, or who you want to become. Start affirming those. By the way, one last little secret on goals. It's not I want to be, I want to do. It's I am. I am. Remember I told you that your subconscious mind listens to your words, takes everything personally. So if you're saying I am at this weight by February, whatever it is. If you're saying I am now in this new job, I am this, I am that, you're actually reprogramming your mind. After a while, it'll start having you subconsciously talk and act the way you should to get you where you want to go. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. And as I do every year, I look for a theme and I haven't chosen it yet, but I will choose it this month. So if you're thinking about what's a good theme for you this year, I mean, 2 years ago or last year, it was about growth. And sometimes, sometimes we have to go through adversity to grow. I found that out, by the way. And so um, think of a theme. Okay. Think of a theme. Is it helping? Is it growing? Um, it can be almost anything. I'd love to hear what your theme will be. In another week or two, I will tell you what my theme for 2026 is. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Um, all right. I think it's time to end this. Okay. All right. Thank you all for listening, whether you're listening live or listening later. If you like this and you want more of it, like this and comment, please, or and repost this if you did really like it and you want your share it with your friends. All right. Take care all. Happy start of the brand new year of 2026.